Hi everybody. I am about to make a chocolate banana smoothie because it is so stinking hot here in western North Carolina. I'm guessing it's probably hot everywhere, but oh my goodness. The feels like right now is over 100 and it's just turning noon right now. It has been ridiculous. And I walked the dogs just a little bit ago. Now I did walk them in the woods, so it's a little bit cooler, but still so hot. Around here they call it the air you wear because the humidity is so high and you just get wet walking out the door. So one way that I like to cool down is to make a chocolate banana smoothie. So I figured why not just show you guys how I do it. Truthfully, what I really want is chocolate banana nice cream. But unlike me, normally I have a lot of frozen bananas in the freezer. I just buy them when they're going, when they're getting rid of them. Those bags you get maybe 12 or 15 for $1.99. And we've eaten so many nice cream bowls, and I've made it for people who are over here. This is all that I have left, a banana and a half. But this is how I store them. I peel them and I put them, do peel them, guys, before you freeze them. Some people, go ahead and cut them into chunks. I don't, because they break so easily. But you can do chunks or not. But you need frozen bananas for this. I guess technically you could do it without a frozen banana, and honestly I have, but not in a long time. You just need to add more ice cubes if you are going to use fresh bananas. I just like to use the frozen ones because, it's easy and less ice cubes. So I just now tore these bananas into chunks, and I'm going to throw them in here. So this is a banana and a half. I'm going to put the link for this recipe below, and I'm not going to measure things, guys. The recipe, I need my rag, hold on. The recipe link that I put below will have the measurements, but it's like one banana, frozen banana. But you know what? I'm usually making this for more than one. It's usually me and my husband, so I'm just not going to measure. But you can measure, and the measurements are going to be below. So frozen banana or fresh banana, tablespoon-ish of vanilla extract. So I don't know. I love vanilla, so that's probably a little bit more than a tablespoon. No, shoot, it was a half, guys. It was a half of a tablespoon. Nope. It's a half a teaspoon of vanilla extract, but I'll tell you, I love it, and you really can't go wrong. I mean, don't pour the whole bottle in there or anything, but yeah, so the recipe says half a teaspoon. I probably put a tablespoon, maybe more, and then a tablespoon of just cocoa, but this is, the recipe's for one banana, and I have 1 1/2, so I'm going to put a little bit more in. I know I'm not even using a real tablespoon for measuring, but anyway, and then around a cup. I think the recipe says like 3/4 cup, but I'm going to put about a cup, a little bit more. This is almond milk. You could use soy milk. I've done that many times. You could use any kind of milk. I actually have some cashew milk in the freezer. I froze it. But you could use whatever plant milk that you like. And some people, I got something in my eye. It feels like, I don't know what, eyelash or something. Some people even put a spoonful of peanut butter. My husband loves the peanut butter in here. But you know what? I love it. I love the chocolate just as it is. Peanut butter's great too, but it's going to add calories that I don't necessarily want. Because after I brought the dogs in from walking them, I got on the treadmill and walked. And the reason that I do that is because when I'm walking the dogs, they're big dogs, German Shepherd. And Marley's off leash, but I've got the remote for them. But it's not a fast walk. It's not like cardio, especially in this heat. So it's more, they got to sniff the ground, guys. You know how all that goes. And so we probably walked over a mile, but most days I walk in the woods when it's not this hot. a few miles. But today I didn't. And no matter what, it's not a really fast walk. So I like to come in and get on the treadmill for a few minutes, like 30 minutes or something, and pick up the pace to get the cardio in. So that's what I did. And now I don't want to put, I don't want to peanut butter those calories back on. So anyway, I'm going to add some ice cubes in here. You know what I'm going to do? I'm going to put some, and then we're going to blend it. The ice cubes are going to control the thickness, really, and the frozenness of your shake. So it really is a preference thing. You guys are going to have to bear with me for a second while I turn this on. I have a smoothies setting. Wait, actually I have to turn it on. Okay, now here we go. It get loud for just a minute. Hang on. Guys, you can blend it longer. I'm going to drink some and then we'll just see. I probably would blend it a little bit longer, but as this thing blends, it heats up, so it's going to melt some of it, and I kind of like that thick feel to it. But I'm going to test it. I'll tell you if it's not enough. That made a lot, didn't it? Wow. Okay. And I'm going to drink it all. Can you see how thick? Yeah, it needs some more spinning. It's too thick, but I am going to get a sip. Yeah, I'm going to put it back in here because there's an ice cube still in there. It chunked out. So I'm going to do it again. I just don't want you to have to listen to this, but hang on. I'm going to do it the other way. Because there's no need for you guys to listen to all of that. But anyway, so yeah, see how delicious that is? Creamy, delicious. I'm going to pour it in here. I thought I was going to drink it with a straw, but I think I'm just going to drink it. But yeah, that made plenty. And that was a little over a cup of milk in there, and there's still a little bit left in the bottom. But it's so chocolatey and so sweet. It's crazy, those bananas. Let them ripen before you freeze them, because if you don't, you can't really, it makes things bitter. But if you let your bananas ripe and even get some spots on them, ugly bananas, that's what we want. When I say that, I mean with the peelings on, because if they have spots on them and you peel them, of course, they're beautiful underneath. Freeze them then. That's when you don't have to add sugar to anything, because the banana sweetens things up. So this is delicious. It's a great way to rehydrate. Oftentimes I will put a few spinach leaves, like a half of a fistful in here, but it does make it green, and I knew that wouldn't be appealing, but you can't taste it. So I do throw spinach leaves in there. Sometimes I just didn't want, it just doesn't look as nice as the refreshing, creamy chocolate. So anyway, I hope this is helpful. It's super easy. It's a great way to rehydrate. It's a great way to have a little something sweet that only has banana in it for sweetener. So it's a good summertime. We do them all year round, but especially in the summer, it's a great way to get potassium and just yumminess. So hope it's helpful. Hope you guys have a great day, and we'll talk to you soon. Bye.